I just want to know the story of your brother. What was the situation at hand? What was going on at the time?
He, it's so hard because it almost was like you couldn't believe that it happened. He was my best friend. He was everybody's best friend. He was so loving and kind, and it was, we didn't know. We didn't know what he was going through, and I think that was like the biggest thing that was hard. This is such a hard topic to talk about. He was sorry. It just like happened, and we were left with all these questions like, what could I have done? Was there something that I could have done? What were the signs? Like, he was a teenager, and people get angry sometimes, and we don't you don't know. Everybody's different. Thank you. Everybody's different. It's not everybody's just, standing on a bridge. Sometimes they do it when nobody's there. And the hardest thing now is that I have to see my mother hurt every single day, and she questions, what she could have done differently. What could I have done? How come I didn't know? How come I didn't know my baby was hurting? And it's really hard. It's a really hard thing to kind of get all the information out and say things. But the last thing that happened was he was texting his girlfriend, and she said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "No." And then nobody heard from him after that.
Gosh, I'm so sorry, Christina.
Thank you.
Were there signs at the time that signified that he was not doing okay?
No, he was always happy. We used to talk about, that's why it was such a shock, because we would talk about how he was going to live with me, and we were going to live in my mom's house, or he was going to live into my house, and he would talk to my son, and they were best friends, and they would just, I guess, talk about their future together. And he had a girlfriend at the time. He was trying to get a job. And he didn't open up to anybody, so that's why it was so, you hear about it, people going through it, but it's almost like, no, that doesn't happen to me, and then it does.